Let's get right into it, you guys.
I've been with my company as a flight attendant for almost 6 months now, almost off probation, and I love it. It makes me happy. It's very rewarding, and I wouldn't change it for the world. So, this first video will just be from the application process to the face-to-face interview because there's so many different interviews you gotta do, especially with my company, y'all. Y'all jumping through hoops for sure to get this job. So if I miss any of your questions and I didn't answer some things that you really want to know, just leave a comment below and I'll get it in the next video. Let's start. So for the application, on your resume, make sure there's some kind of job in there that shows that you have customer service skills, pretty much. And I think it's just a minimum of 1 year. The more the better, but honestly, I feel like any job you do is kind of customer service oriented. So make sure you load up your resume with those and you're good pretty much. That's just the resume portion. Now, application, you put in your resume. If they like what they see, you'll get like this questionnaire thing. I don't know what that's all about, honestly, to this day. Just answer it as truthfully as possible. Now, if those questions ask you questions where it's like, you know, your honest answer is a negative, that'll probably hurt you. Maybe you might reconsider doing this job, or if you really want it, I guess you're gonna lie, but I wouldn't recommend that. And once you're done with that questionnaire, again, if they like what you put down or whatever, you will get an email with a link telling you to pretty much do this virtual interview. Now, this was my first time ever doing a virtual interview, and it was weird. Like, there's this literally like a virtual person on the screen. I did it from my phone. You can do it on your laptop, but my phone has better camera quality, so I did it off my phone. I put it on my little tripod, and yeah, but anyway. So there's this virtual person on the screen, and they're asking you these questions, pretty much interview questions with a virtual person. Now, the way you answer these questions, that's what's really, let me say that again. The way you answer these questions is what's really important. See what I did there? Follow. So, they pretty much want you to answer in, what do you call it? Star format? I think that's what you call it. It's pretty much, answering in a storytelling kind of way. So I'm really good at this because when I'm telling somebody a story, especially if they weren't there, I like to tell the story in a way where you're gonna feel like, oh, you were there right with me and you saw exactly what was going on. And that's pretty much what they want to hear from you. And that's pretty much it, all the way up from sending in your application resume to this face-to-face, y'all. Let's do an example. Let's say one of their questions on the virtual interview is, say you saw your coworker stealing something in the back galley. Back galley is the back kitchen on the plane. So obviously you've never worked this job before, so, well, I haven't. So they're not looking for like the right answer. They're looking for an answer that shows that you took steps to mitigate the problem in a good way. I don't know if that made sense, but it did in my head. So, and pretty much you would tell it in star format. So let me answer that. If I saw my coworker stealing in the back alley, to not cause tension during the workday, I would pull my coworker aside, tell him or her, hey, you know, this is against company policy. Like, I'm not going to hire us or the leader or whatever to snitch on you. I'm just letting you know, like, you never know who's watching. Let's not do that. You know, that for me, that mitigates the problem because, one, you're not putting them in a defensive situation. And y'all, I'm saying all of this right to the camera. And you're looking at the camera the whole time. That's another good tip. Look at the whole of the camera the whole time. Don't look to the side. Don't look at the screen. Look in the hole. That's a huge tip. I almost forgot. I'm so happy I said that. So anyway, you saw how I answered that question. I gave the answer as to what I would do and why I would do it. I painted a picture. Know what I mean? So anyway, I'm pretty sure I could have answered that way better, but I'm not trying to make this long video. If y'all really want to know how to do star format interview answering type stuff, just Google it or like comment me down below and I can actually do more videos on that, because I think I did really good on those. I mean, I got the job, right? Look into the hole of the camera. That's a big, like, I heard of some people who didn't get past this point because they were looking at the screen versus looking in the hole. And another really good tip, y'all. Smile. Y'all, and whatever y'all do, smile. You telling the story, you smile through your storytelling. Hi, my name is Cassandra. Nice to meet you. Smile. Okay, y'all, I'm done messing around. That is my first series of the How to Flight Attendant series. If you guys have any questions, comments, just leave it down below, and I'll probably start filming the next series, which is going to be from after you're done with the virtual interview. If you actually get chosen from that point, how to tackle the face-to-face interview, which is the big one, y'all. It's huge. But anyway, if I miss anything, comment down below. Bye! Flight Attendant series part 2. Last week we talked about the application process all the way up to the virtual interview. So some of you guys got lucky enough to get past both those steps and have been invited. Well, depending on the company, you've been invited to a face-to-face interview where they fly you out. They pay for it, depending on the company. My company pays for it. So if you're at that point where you got an invite, congratulations. That's really hard to come by, trust me. I know a lot of people who've tried multiple times and couldn't even get that face-to-face. So if you're at that point, congratulations. And that's what we're gonna talk about today. The whole face-to-face interview, tips, tricks. Well, disclaimer, for the integrity of the program, of the whole hiring process with this company, I'm not gonna give away exactly what goes on over there, because honestly, for one, to keep the integrity alive, and two, I really think you need to earn it. You need to earn that face-to-face to be able to know what goes on in that face-to-face interview, okay? But I promise you, it's awesome. It's a good time. Weirdest interview I've ever been to. Weirdest in the sense where I've never done something like that before. Interview is not the word for it. But okay, let's get right into it, guys. First tip, and it pains me to even have to say this, but don't be late. Be early, not on time. If the show time is 7 a.m., be there at 6:30. Don't come rolling through the door at 6:58, 59, 7 a.m. If you do, turn right back around, get back to the airport, and go home. Number 2, and this one we're gonna go into kind of extensively because that's where I've been getting the most questions about in my DMs. So let me break out this notepad real quick. All right, you gonna read with me? First question is, what do I wear to this face-to-face interview? Y'all, so many people have this notion where they have to show up looking almost like a flight attendant so that the company can have this like idea of how you would look in their uniform and stuff. So there's a lot of people showing up with the little neck scarves and what have you, and I was just like, okay. But no, listen, I don't want to tell you exactly what to wear. I'm just going to tell you what I wore and what my thinking was behind all of that, okay? For the virtual interview, which was before the face-to-face, I wore the standard black skirt, black jacket with a white tip collar shirt. That's a standard business kind of look for me, I think. But for the face-to-face, I already knew what I was gonna do. I figured I'm not gonna do the standard black and white, which I figured because The other interviewees would probably wear black and white because that's a standard business kind of look. So, which I was right, because when I walked up in that room and I saw all the other possible future flight attendants, a lot of them was wearing, standard black skirt or black slacks with the black jackets with the white tip collar shirts. And I'm happy I didn't go down that route. So I wore, and y'all, I'm just giving y'all tips on what I wore. I don't know about everybody else, but I will say this. The group of girls that got the conditional job offer with me, not one of us had a flight attendant scarf around our necks. No. I had pearls on. I had a lavender, really light lavender. It was kind of like a pastel purple button-up shirt with the black jacket and the black skirt, pantyhose, and like the Mary Jane shoes, black. I kept it simple, but I wanted a pop of color in there just so it's like, remember me, like, I'm not just black, but I'm wearing purple kind of thing, okay? So obviously that worked for me and my personality, I guess, because I got the conditional job offer. But I will say a lot of people have that notion to wear, what the company is looking for, like the company colors or flight attendant scarf and stuff. And I was just like, I'm not gonna go down that route. And I got some good tips from other YouTubers and people who I was talking to. So I figured I wouldn't go down that direction, and I'm happy I didn't, because not one of us girls who got the CJO that day was wearing a flight attendant scarf or like wearing I almost said my company's name, or wearing my company's colors. So yeah, it worked out. So here's my tip. Don't try too hard. Try enough. Does that make sense? Don't try too hard, but try enough. Number 3. This is actually from a girl who she was so sweet. She DM'd me on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I got you, girl. Just watch my YouTube video. She told me she's 32 years old, and if that's too late to join, honey. No, that's not too late. There was a lot of, I'm not going to even say elderly. There was just a lot of older aged people there too. There was a lot of older age people there too, and a lot of them did get conditional job offers, or a good amount. So I don't think age has any. No, I mean, if you're like 80, 90, that's kind of crazy. You going out for a flight attendant job, in my opinion. But no, like 32, like, girl, you still young. Come join the fleet. Height limit. Is height a problem? You know what? In the application, it did say something. I could have sworn it said something about height. Like you must be able to reach the overhead bin or something like that. No, there's a lot of short people on that plane as flight attendants who still got the job. And I know they're too short because I have to help. Like, they'll ask me to grab something in the overhead bin, which I love doing. I'm like, okay, girl, I got you. Or, okay, boy, I got you. But it just goes to show you, I don't think it's like a do or die. Like, if your personality was amazing and you nailed that face-to-face interview and they loved you, I don't think your height would matter, honestly. So, yeah, I might say it on the application, but I would still go for it. If you are really adamant and passionate about this kind of lifestyle, and you're going to hold back because of a height issue, don't do it. Just apply and see, Okay, I'm going to put baby girl down. All right, number 4. What to bring to the face-to-face. Y'all, I failed this one miserably. Number 1 I'm going to say is bring snacks. Yeah, they got some, like, snacks and stuff for you there, but, like, if you're a health nut and stuff like that, even if you're not and you just like to eat certain things, bring that with you. Don't bring them loud, obnoxious foods that make noises. I'm not going to even list those. Y'all know what it is. Don't bring obnoxious foods. Just bring some snacks because it is a long day. Like I said, it was like one of the weirdest interviews I've ever been to because it was something I wasn't expecting. Yet it was the best interview I've ever gone to. And I've been to a lot of interviews, y'all. But yeah, so bring snacks. And for girls, that means bring a tote or like a purse or like a good sized purse that can hold your snacks and stuff like that. And I would say water, but they provide water, so you're good there. If you can't handle heels all day, because this is like almost a full, like it was a long day process interviewing. And if you can't take heels, bring a change of shoes. Maybe one with a lower heel, or just come in with one with a lower heel. I came in with a lower heel and just wore that the whole day because I didn't have room to bring like one pair of shoes and another pair of shoes, whatever. But yeah, bring a change of shoes if you can't handle being on your feet all day because you will be there for a while. I already said the snacks thing. What else can I tell you? Ooh, y'all, smile. I said this in the last video. Keep that smile on your face. Y'all, like, be happy to be there. To this day, I am still humbled and grateful that I got this opportunity. Like, a lot of my family and friends are just like, when I told them the good news, how I got the conditional job offer, they're like, oh yeah, of course you're gonna get it. You good at interviews, like, you're you. And like, and I kept telling them, no, you don't understand. Like, being in that room with like 50 people, or just a lot of people who's going for the same job position as you, you get kind of nervous. Like, I've never been so nervous for an interview in my life. Yeah, they're right when I say I'm good at interviews, but like this interview, when I walked into that building, I'm not gonna lie, I was shook. I was just like, there's so many of us. We all look good. We all are, want this. How am I gonna get this? But you know what? I did it and I got it, but like, I'm still grateful and humbled about it. To this day, I look back and I'm just like, I can't believe I got this job. Like, I can't believe they picked me. So stay humble, keep a smile on your face the whole day. I really think, this is just me, but I be thinking like, maybe they keep us there that whole day because they want to see who's going to still be smiling at the end of the day. Because just like when you're on a plane, dealing with all these customers and stuff, I should say dealing because a lot of them are like really nice. It's not dealing with, but when you're with your customers, like sometimes there's going to be long, hard days and you just have to keep that smile on and be positive. And I'm like that in my life. So I guess that's why I was able, to just be there the whole day and be grateful and just have a smile on my face because it was such an opportunity. So that should have been number one. That is my big tip to you guys. Keep a smile on your face. Be humbled and grateful that you are at that point in the interview process because some people don't get a face-to-face. After even the application, they don't even get a virtual interview. After the virtual interview, a lot of them don't get a face-to-face invite. So it is huge. Be humble. Sit down. But anyways, y'all, that's all I got for the face-to-face. Go in there like a boss. Be positive, know what you want, and take it. That's what I did. All right, if you guys have any more questions, concerns, comments, just hit me up in my DMs as y'all been doing. Or leave a comment down below, which I would prefer, because I don't check my DMs all the time. But yeah, any more questions or comments? Any questions that I missed? Because I know there's a lot out there. I'll hit them in the next video as always, just like I did the past one. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Face-to-face complete. Good luck on your journey to becoming a flight attendant. If you're not trying to be a flight attendant, you're just watching this video for kicks. Thank you. I am back with another important video for you potential flight attendants out there. So here we go. I'm going to take a jump back, a couple videos back. I outlined the processes of the interview to become a flight attendant, starting from application to virtual interview, from virtual interview to face-to-face interview. So I'm gonna delve a little bit more into the whole virtual interview aspect. And a lot of people were asking about this step in the interview process, so here we go. I got y'all. Let's get right into it. Okay, y'all, so if you really think about it, the virtual interview is probably the most important step to this whole application process, because they might not physically be seeing you in front of them, but this is the first time they're going to be seeing you on camera. This is the first time they're going to be able to see your impression and decide something about you right then and there on the spot. Because let's be real, people do that. We judge on a, first look basis at somebody. Don't lie, we all do it. But yeah, so professionalism is going to be the key word to all of this. We'll start with attire. Professional attire. I would recommend a blazer. I wouldn't wear anything that shows my shoulders. To me, I don't think that's professional at all. So wear a blazer. I wouldn't do any loud colored blazers. Like, y'all made it this far with this virtual interview invite. Don't start experimenting. Go basic, play it safe. Wear a basic colored blazer like black or something, or brown or gray. I wore black. If you want to go there and get something loud, if you're going to wear a loud color, just make sure it has no prints. Just keep it solid, basic. If you don't own a blazer, hop over to Goodwill, y'all. That's what I did. What else? Hair. Make sure your hair is pulled back in a bun or a ponytail. You don't want to have them wondering, like, oh, this girl has her hair in her face, or it's down, but in uniform that it has to be up. How would she look with the hair up? Like, just already do it. Don't make them work harder than they need to, because they are working hard trying to sift through all these thousands of applicants and just picking, just a few. So make their job easier. Did hair. Nails, y'all. Don't wear any crazy colored nails, because if you're like me where you talk with your hands, like, I swear, like, I must have a percentage of Italian in me somewhere, because I speak with my hands a lot. This is why I'm holding this pen. But yeah, don't wear any crazy colored fingernail polish, because if you speak with your hands, it will show on camera and they're gonna be like, what the heck? So keep your nails cute. French nails, red nails, like maroon burgundy colored nails, or just no color at all, just clean. All right. Lipstick. If you don't wear any, start wearing it now. I highly recommend getting, if you don't have any, go to the drugstore, CVS, something like that, get a cheap one, and keep it in the family of reds. Maroons, burgundy, red, pink, not too pink. Just keep it in that line of colors. Jewelry. Don't wear too many jewelry. If you're going to wear any jewelry, just like one necklace, nothing too obscene. I wouldn't even wear this necklace, y'all. It's my Haiti necklace. Y'all like it? But I would just wear one ring if you have one. But nothing crazy. Nothing too crazy. Oh, I almost forgot, you guys. Makeup. Same as the clothing. Keep it simple. Don't go overboard. Like, don't wear eyeshadow looking like this. Don't do it. I didn't even wear eyeshadow. I just did foundation, the red lip, mascara, and eyeliner. So just keep it really clean cut. Now, let's talk about setting up for the virtual interview. First things first, find a place in your home that's quiet. Close the windows. You don't want to hear traffic going by or anything like that, or your dog's barking. If they are, going to the other room or stuff them in some kind of room. My dogs were sleeping that day, so I was lucky. But but make sure you're in a quiet room. Your background. If you don't have like a setup like I do, that's fine. Just go up against a white wall or something like that. Or make one. Get a bed sheet and hang it over something and just stand in front of that. There's always ways to find something. Yeah. Make sure your phone or camera, whatever you're filming with, make sure it's flipped the horizontal way and not the vertical way. So when you film vertically, the two bars, I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but like these two black bars show up on the sides and it kind of compresses the video a little smaller. You don't want that. Film horizontally so you get the big picture. They see you more clear, up closer. So horizontally. And last but not least, I got a tripod from Amazon for like $3-4, so I was able to have that hold up my phone for me. Now, if you don't have something like that, find something to prop up your phone, and if you can't, have somebody just film you. But I wouldn't recommend doing like the whole selfie virtual interview. That's just gonna look so bad. Don't do it. In the last couple videos, I talked about answering interview questions in a STAR format, or in the STAR method. Situation, task, action, result. I'll put it up again. But here's what I'm gonna do for y'all, so y'all can do y'all due diligence, and so I can keep this video short for you guys. Just Google STAR method or STAR format interviewing techniques, and y'all, you will find practice questions, practice examples, all that. Do them. Do it like it's homework. That's what I did. And I got very familiar with that technique of interviewing. And y'all gonna need that for the virtual interview and the face-to-face interview. So Google, 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 Google. Google is your best friend. Now, moving on. Smiling through your answering. And I can't stress this enough, and I said this in my last video. Smile through anything, y'all. I have a really funny story for you guys, and I never told anybody this. Let me put this down. So, and this is ironic because I literally just got an email a couple days ago about this girl. She told me she applied, and she got to the virtual interview phase. Yay, because some people don't get there. And she told me she messed up. And that she was worried, she was like, am I gonna get it? Is it a do or die? And I was like, I literally honestly answered back like, it really depends on how you recovered, and here's why. So, I don't remember what question this was, but I remember everything that happened during this question because I was in shock that I fumbled. But let me tell y'all, there was this question as I'm doing the virtual interview, and y'all, some of these questions don't have redos. Like, there's a little clock ticking in the corner, and once that clock is done, that's it. You either answer the question or you didn't. So there was this question, and y'all, I was on it with all my questions. As soon as the next question rolled over, I was ready. Like, I was answering it without even thinking. This one question in particular, I realized the minute it came on, bam, I started answering it. Halfway through, and I remember this because the clock is ticking, halfway through, I realized I was not even answering the question they were asking. It's like I was kind of dancing around the subject, kind of rambling. And y'all, it's because I was so nervous. When you have that timer in the corner counting down and you have to answer these questions in a certain allotted time, like, it's nerve-wracking. I was shook. So, I kid you not, this is what happened, and I'm going to play it out for you right now. This is me rambling, middle of the question answering. I looked away from the camera, took my eyes off that camera. Wait a minute, I'm so sorry, you guys. I just realized I'm so nervous and I was rambling on. Let me start again. And then I laughed about it, like, literally. And then I answered the question. That is what I mean by recovering. For me, after I realized, days or a month later that they called me and wanted me to do a face-to-face interview, I realized, okay, when I fumbled on that question, they saw it as, oh, she's good under pressure because, you know, she laughed about it and she answered the question before the time was up too. So that's what I mean by it all depends on how you recover. If you find yourself messing up on this virtual interview, y'all, if you don't have any, y'all, my puppies are up and awake now. I don't know if you can hear them. But if you don't have any confidence, I suggest you pull that out from wherever it is in you, because I believe everybody got a smidge of confidence in them. Pull that out from wherever it is and bring it out at that virtual interview, because that will be your lifeline. Laugh off the mistake, y'all, and keep it pushing, and you'll be all set. All right, guys, that is all I have for you guys. If you have any more questions, comments, concerns, hit them down below in the comment box, and I'll get them in the next video as always. But this completes the whole trifecta of the application tips to the virtual interview tips, all the way to the face-to-face tips. So, If you have questions that wasn't answered in this video, just check back on these other videos and they might be there. Next time I'll be going over once you get the conditional job offer. What's next? Y'all, it's so exciting. I wish y'all the best of luck. And if you haven't already, subscribe so you don't miss anything because there's a lot of content coming your way.